Wow, such a major timeline shift, event marker that's just happened this week with Easter, with the Pope passing. This is a huge event marker. This is the end game, the end of the old reality. And don't freak out, don't worry, it's not a bad thing at all. This is a really good thing. This is what we've been waiting for. This is why we incarnated on earth. This is why we volunteered just for this very moment. Super exciting. Like it's just such a huge thing at the moment. Everybody is having such a major clearing of the old, of the outdated, of what no longer serves them. So I was just at the gym. I wasn't actually going to do a video today, but I just had to because things have just been really weird. I had the most like random dreams last night, just such vivid dreams. I was like this Marvel, freaking like a Marvel movie. There was like this spacecraft, full Marvel spacecraft, where they were collecting people to come up into the spacecraft. It was just weird. I just woke up like just when you feel like weird and like the dream was just felt so real, and my head was like vibrating, like my crown chakra was vibrating. I just couldn't wake up. I was like, whoa, what is going on this week? And I could just feel this huge shift in the air, huge like feeling of something has changed. And I often do get that feeling, but this is a big one. And I think it's because of the Pope's passing, and that's kind of like the end of an era, the end of one kind of reality. So yeah, it is such an interesting time, and this is why we came. So we have to flow with it. So what I was doing, I was tuning into the guides to get some more information, and so I just actually wrote, I wrote like 6 pages just in like just a few minutes. So I'll just read out what I wrote. So I keep getting the end game, like the Marvel, the end game, but not in a bad way. It's not a bad way. We're all eternal souls. Everything is okay. What's happening is we are awakening and we're ascending. And it is the end of the old controlled reality, the end of the limitation, the end of the separation. We're coming back to remember that we are the unified field, we are the oneness, we are the universe, source energy itself. So yeah, there was a huge, it's like a timeline, what we would call a timeline shift. So we've shifted to higher timelines. So those of you that are watching these kind of shows, it's you've done such an amazing job. Congratulations to you. You should be so proud of yourself because the guides, the higher realms are so proud of you. Just saying that the work that you've done, just of remembering, of unlocking, of releasing, you've shifted the timelines and you've been anchoring the light. So it's more what the guides say. It's not really a timeline, but it's an event marker. So the Pope passing was an event marker of something that had been written into this game, into this story, into this movie, into this reality. So yes, no coincidence, that happens around Easter. And Easter is bringing in a lot of Christ consciousness. So Christ consciousness, a lot of people would say Jesus is coming back, but what's happening is Christ consciousness is accelerating. So Christ consciousness is loving, healing, non-judgment, like complete unconditional love. So that is triggering a lot of people at the moment. The light is very strong, which is amazing. It has not been this strong for a very long time. Everything is aligning. So there's so many things that had to be in place for this timeline, this event marker to happen. This has been prophesized as well because it's part of the game. It already has been written. So the next step is the new earth frequencies. So we are writing the new earth. It's all within us. The divine blueprint is within us, and it's all unlocking. So the divine light is within you, and it's calling the divine light within others. So every time you wake up a bit more, or you release something old that wasn't serving you, or you show kindness to yourself, or you live in the now, spend more time in the now, the present moment. Every time you do that, it unlocks somebody else's DNA as well as your own, and it anchors the light, the divine light, onto the planet, onto this reality container, and it helps everybody else. So the great awakening is spreading. And when you nurture the sacred oneness within yourself, it activates others within their heart portal. So you anchor the higher light through your presence. So not by doing, you don't have to do anything. It's just being present. It's living in the now. We're going back to what the monks and the Buddhists have taught us for so long, is the living in the now, the mindfulness. My old yogi would say, no, not mindfulness, mindlessness, because it's just not really, not having to think too much, not overthinking, not doing, just being here. Even that old Buddhist proverb, chop wood, carry water. So you're chopping wood and you're carrying water, and then you become enlightened. And what are you doing? You're still chopping wood and carrying water after enlightenment, but you're just in the now. You're in that present moment, and you're just being and doing now, here. You're here. Without, living in your rear view mirror in the past, or, worrying or being fearful about your future. So the third dimension, old systems, taught us to do. It's all about do. How much do you have? How much do you earn? How much do you do? You're not doing enough. And the old systems taught us that was our value, that was our worth. Our value and our worth was through our achievements. Like, what certificate do you have? What degree do you have? What have you done? Where have you been? How much money do you have? What kind of house do you have? What do you look like? What do you wear? How expensive is your clothes? Like, this whole system has taught us of our value and worth is what we look like, what we have, and what we have achieved. And the new earth is all about just being present, just being you, the simple you, the true you. So we've been taught to prove ourselves and prove our worth through our actions and through our struggles. Like, you're amazing because you've struggled and you've worked so hard, and you've achieved this. And it's just like, it's exhausting to live like that. No wonder we've been in survival consciousness. So if we can center ourselves in love every day, then we can anchor higher energies, and the old outdated systems, what no longer serves us, will fall away. So if we can just anchor that love for ourselves, love for others. If you can't love others because they trigger you, or they're annoying, or they've done some terrible stuff, then just live in the neutrality. Just have no judgment for them. If you can, try and have unconditional love. Unconditional love meaning that you don't condone what they've done, but you just hope that they finally recognize that they are the divine, and they release their old habits, their old beliefs, and what no longer serves them. So a new paradigm is emerging. So the Pope passing away is the end of an era. So there has been a lot of control systems around religion, and a lot of things that have been hidden away, ancient technologies, and just evidence from history of that there has been so much more going on Earth to do with star beings and other things that has been hidden away, locked in the archive. So there's going to be a lot more disclosure, things coming out now. So we're realizing now that with religion, it's not about, we don't have to search for somebody outside of ourselves. We don't have to search for a God or a savior or a Messiah. We don't have to search for somebody else. Everything is within us. We are source energy. We are the mind, part of the mind of source, playing different perspectives and roles and personalities. So everything is within us. The divine light within us is shining within everybody. So the power is shared by all of us. The power is within our hearts. So we don't just need to leave it up to one person to have the power now, like one religion or one politician or one Messiah, or, we don't need that anymore. It's all of that is within us. The source energy is within us. So Easter was such a big time with the Pope passing, and it's such a big time with Christ consciousness. So Christ consciousness is coming through big time. So I was not into, I was never really into Jesus, or I wasn't into religion because I could see so many control structures. But now that I've been channeling so much information, I've realized that Jesus is not at all what I thought. Jesus is actually a really cool, a really cool guy, and he had the Christ consciousness within him. But the Christ consciousness is within everybody, within everything, but we have just forgotten. So what's happening is the Christ consciousness is extremely strong, and it's healing, it's loving, it's powerful, it's incredible. And what it's doing is it's triggering the release of the old. So if you're feeling angry or worried or frustrated or fearful, or stuff's going down in your family, or your relationship has been challenging, your children have been challenging, your workplace has been challenging, what's happening is we're being triggered to take a look at ourselves, take a look at how we're feeling, what thoughts have we been thinking, what is coming up for us, what can we do to clear it, what do we need to release, what's no longer serving us, what's no longer working for us. So we're experiencing an exhilaration. So we are healing and releasing, and we're awakening codes that are being activated. Now, excuse me, now that I'm talking about all this, and now I'm getting like a tickle in the throat. So what's happening is there's so much releasing at the moment. So if you feel weird, if you feel different, it's all part of the awakening. I've also found that things aren't clean enough for me. Like things are, everything feels dirty, and like I just want to clean. And honestly, it's like, it's a shifting. I found that when I was pregnant, at the end, when you're nesting and you want everything to be clean, it's like this big rebirth that is happening, a rebirth of earth. And it's like we're preparing ourselves for the new earth. So we want to clean our bodies, we want to start to eat healthier. We want to clean our homes, release, get rid of the old crap. It's like a full purging at the moment. So yeah, we're healing and releasing, and awakening codes are being activated. So the Christ consciousness has got light codes within it. It's coming through the sun portal. Even if you can't see the sun, that's okay. It's just coming, like it's activating within us. And it's clearing and cleansing and healing, which is a really, really good thing. So hang in there. I know it's crazy. So this is what we've called for. This is, as a consciousness collective, we have been calling for this. We've been asking for this. We want this clearing. We want this healing. We volunteered to do this. And this is a magnificent feat for the soul. Like, honestly, we're going to be so proud of ourselves when we have achieved this. So we're making room for more clarity, more love, more abundance. And it's time to flow forward. So the light is illuminating the way. So the Christ consciousness, the light codes from the angelic realms, the galactics, the cosmic energy, we're being illuminated in so many ways. They're showing me like an airport where there's those lights, strips of lights, and then those guys that girls, people that hold, like the big lights. I don't know if they still do that. It's probably outdated, is it? They hold the lights and to show you the way. That's what's happening. We're being shown the way, but we've just got to tune into ourselves, tune into our heart, be in the now, be in the present moment, then all the clarity will come in. So definitely, yes, anchor yourself in the now. This is, the guides were showing me, it was crazy. So this is the best show in the universe. There are so many people watching us, so many beings, so many, honestly, it gets a little bit overwhelming to think about that somebody is, so many people are watching us, so many beings are watching us, but they're like clapping and yelling and like, woohoo, you're doing it. And they're just like, keep going. It's like the best, the Earth is the best reality show in the universe right now. So the Pope passing has unlocked the next phase of awakening. So it's unlocked the next phase of awakening, disclosure, and ascension. So there's no stopping the light from penetrating the earth reality. Okay, the momentum is just go. The trajectory is awakening, ascension. So Gaia is rising into higher dimensions. So you could say higher timelines. And those of you that are watching, the guide said you are coming. You're coming to the higher realms, higher timelines, higher frequencies. So everything that doesn't serve the new earth is crumbling or leaving. So it's the end game. Whatever's not working is crumbling, and you don't need to try and hold it up. It's too heavy. The energy is too heavy. It's like holding up an old brick house and it's crumbling around you. You just need to kind of either walk away or just go back into the now moment, the present moment, and just be in the eye of the storm and let it all flow around you. So what's leaving is maybe relationships that aren't for your highest good. So if it's too stressful, if it's not working for you, let it go. Like obviously relationships we do need to put effort into and we need to work on, but if things are really not working for you, then take a deeper look. Jobs, businesses, CEOs, government officials, education policies, so much is going to be crumbling even more because it is not aligning with the new earth, the fifth dimensional, higher frequencies, higher timelines. So this is the end game, they kept saying, the end of the old controlled earth reality. So it's time for you to rise and shine once more. So let go of any need to compare yourself to others. Your worth is not measured from your success or how many times you've meditated or whatever. It's not, your worth isn't measured by what you do. Okay. So you're an eternal spark of the divine. So the new earth grows from within your heart, within your cells, within your energetic body. It is within you. It's not always, you're not always going to see it straight away on the outside world. You're going to feel it within you. The solutions, the clarity, the wisdom, the abundance, the love is going to flow through you. And we're all going to start to create this new earth, like visually we'll be able to see it. So have an open heart, okay? So you are enough is what the guides are saying. You are enough and you have always been enough. This is the thing that we've been taught, that we're never enough because we've been living in survival consciousness. We've been living in lack. And now we need to remember that we are enough and we always have been enough and we always will be enough. So ground yourself into nature when you can, just as much as you can. So Mother Earth is nurturing and can help clear that energy for you. If you can't get into nature, then just visualize nature, visualize Mother Earth clearing the old energy, or ask your guides, or just try and spend time just in the now, the present moment. I know you can't do that all day, but it's kind of becomes a default system if you keep practicing, just like, oh, that's right, I'm here. You know, like some people get an app that does a little bell where you can breathe for a couple of minutes or 30 seconds or even 3 seconds. I used to sometimes, my old job, I used to go to the bathroom and just like spend like 1 minute breathing and just recentering myself and just coming back to my higher consciousness, my higher self. And I'm just like, oh, hi, here I am. That's right. It's me. Here I am again. Rather than, you know, being on the grind and the fight, flight, or freeze and stressed and lack and survival. Is just keep resetting. Default comes back to the higher self, to the now, to the present moment. So yeah, what an exciting time. Well done, you guys. Congratulations for being here and getting this far in the game. But remember, it's not about what you look like or how much you earn or what you own. What helps Earth the most and is so valuable is just being in the now, just being here, being present like you are. So well done. Sending big hugs and peace vibes from New Zealand. I'm Jozee, and I will see you guys soon. Bye for now.